Okay, so I want to talk about something that I'm surprised I want to talk about. I am not a Swiftie.
Yay!
I'm not.
God.
I like some of her music. I'm not obsessed. I don't follow her.
Once she left
None of
country,
that,
she was dead to me.
right? Okay, kind of, sort of. She fell off the radar for me when she left country.
Yeah.
But, I have like some of her stuff since then and whatever. But the thing that is in all of the headlines right now with Taylor Swift.
It's really helped her career, too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's helped her
visibility.
Career. Yeah, because it's all about him.
Of course.
And she's just his significant other.
She's Travis Kelce's girlfriend, which has really elevated her status.
Which cracks me up because they're selling the shirts that say, "Go Taylor's boyfriend." I think that's hilarious. Because it is a nice little reversal on the way things usually go. But yes. the main purpose of this video is I wanted to talk about some of the interesting things that I've been seeing with the Swifties. This has put it on my radar, both Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Because, I'm not a football person. I'm not a Taylor Swift person. But some of the things that I have been seeing are super interesting. And I've seen a few women talking about how he treats Taylor. And this is just stuff we see with, media and whatever.
We don't know if he spanks her or anything behind closed doors.
We don't know what's going on behind closed doors, right?
Sorry, could not resist.
Of course you couldn't. You're you. But, what is there anything specific that you've seen that kind of tells how they're interacting?
So I make it a point almost not to look at any of the posts on them. Because,
sorry, I send you so many TikToks.
Yeah. But the one thing I saw, and it was this morning, was Travis Kelce's dad. It was a comment about her. And I was like, okay, his dad is still alive. He just avoids the spotlight because he was in the suite, but all you ever see is Mama Kelce.
Right.
So I kind of thought that was neat. And he said when she went to get a drink, there was some trash on the floor, some bottles and some wrappers. She picked it up and threw it away like a normal person.
Yeah.
And he said, it's like she forgot she's supposed to be a diva. She forgot she's supposed to be a musician. And we're seeing these little snippets of, maybe she's none of that. And I'm not saying that I believe she was. I'm just saying a lot of people in that position would. And there was something about them holding hands. And again, I'm like, whatever. I don't look at any of it.
So some of the stuff that I've seen, and I want to come back to the picking up the trash thing, but some of the stuff that I've seen is the way that he's holding her hand. Which is very gentle. It's like everything about him softens when he's with her, when he's...
Because he's treating her properly.
Yeah. He moved, and now some people are saying he pushed her security out of the way. Yeah, right. No, he didn't. The video doesn't show that. He put his hand on her security's shoulder and, said, "Hey, I've got this." And opened the car door for her. Moved her security out of the way so he could open it. So he could do it.
Well, because some people open car doors. Some people find out a year after the fact that their girlfriend kept track of how often he didn't do that in case it was an act.
I
thought that was funny.
I was really only thinking about that consciously for the first 4 months because I'm like, it's going to drop off. But it didn't. He still does the car door.
What is the thing I always say about how I treat you?
There's a lot of things you say.
I treat you the way you deserve to be treated.
Yeah.
And if you were dating me, you deserve to be held in high regard.
Yeah.
And whether some people agree or not, I lead the relationship. And that means for me, provide, protect, opening doors. That's just part of the territory.
Yeah.
And allowing you to be feminine.
And that's interesting because I've kind of wondered about this with Travis and Taylor. I'm looking at it and it's almost like she has the chance to actually step into her feminine right now. Mm-hmm. I'm sure she's feminine, But it's like she's got someone who is confident enough,
See,
who is secure enough to be able to allow her to relax and just be.
yeah. And what happens if you walk out, you happen to get out ahead of me or get in front of me, and you try to open your own car door? What do you typically find?
Don't you dare touch that handle.
Or I just keep it locked or lock it. You're not opening the car door.
Yeah.
And the reality is, I think it is fair to say she often, from a business standpoint, has to be in, I hate to use the phrase boss babe mode.
Well, she does.
And boss babes are not feminine. And
well, you don't
I will
get...
upset a lot of them by saying, which also makes them less attractive. Because masculine men like feminine women.
Well, you don't get to 1.3 billion net worth not being
Travis is worth that much?
You wish.
Yeah. So does he.
So does he.
No.
But, yeah, you don't get there by not being a boss bitch.
Yes. No, and that's okay. No, boss babe, not a boss bitch.
Okay, whatever.
That's the problem is many boss babes are boss bitches, and they don't understand why. They're like, men are intimidated.
I need to educate you. Amy Poehler took that term back. So.
Oh, she did? Yeah, well, you
not...
watch more crap than I do. But at the end of the day, the reality is boss bitches aren't attractive to masculine men.
Yeah.
And they say things like, well, I intimidate men. Honey, you don't intimidate us. You're just not desirable to us.
I do think that there are a and this is very possibly, I mean, the men who don't have good self-esteem.
Oh, yeah.
But they definitely get intimidated. Those are not the ones
absolutely.
we should be worried about,
And
right?
you don't want to be dating those guys who aren't grounded, haven't worked
right.
on themselves, and aren't confident and have that grounded masculine. You're not, those are the ones that aren't intimidated. There's, you've heard me joke. What woman's out of my league? None.
You don't believe in leagues.
None. Not a single. And, there's a running joke between you and I, who my one hall pass, a famous actress. And I'm like, it's a good thing we'd never run. And I warned you.
Who is single and dating now?
She's single and dating now. But I told you, I said, hey, I would feel bad if we were somewhere with them because her husband wouldn't have a chance. And he is also technically famous.
Oh, but what did I say about her husband?
I don't remember.
See, I'm not totally a big believer in leagues either.
Mm-hmm.
And he has some nerdy interests that would be my
way in.
My way in.
But what you've been seeing from what you've told me on these videos is Travis is leading the relationship.
Yeah. He's treating her like a queen, but that doesn't mean that she has to be a diva. Now, ladies, I want you to think about that. Just because you're looking for someone who will treat you like a queen doesn't mean you have to be the diva. She's picking up trash in the suite.
I know. I actually, when I read that, was like, huh.
Well, this is a woman with over 100 Guinness records.
Yeah, but I mean...
But she's being a normal person.
She showed she is just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So, and... What did you said the one woman said about now they're ruined because of this?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of women talking about how this situation has ruined dating for them. They're super happy for Taylor, but it's ruined dating for them because now their standards are so high, their bar is so high because of the way Travis is treating her that they're never gonna find it. They've lost hope they're ever gonna find that. And that's the thing. We should all have that standard. We should all have the bar that high.
I have yet to hear anything that is above minimum standards or just regular standards in my world.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about your safety when we're out.
Right.
I've always got a plan B, C, or D.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I teach men about the importance of being selfish and taking care of themselves first, what's my first rule?
Whatever's best for Melanie? Is that the one you're talking
about?
Because you've got a few first rules.
We're not going to go there. But the reality is, I am a selfish in a healthy way, but the underlying rule is always what's best for Melanie. I'm not going to do something that is bad for you because I want to. That's a little
Right.
boy instead of a man who's leading. Now, I just came back from 4 days out of town, you know, because I needed to be out of town for work. And did I text you a ton? Did I call you twice a day?
No,
No. Why?
you were busy.
Yeah.
You were working.
I was fully present hosting a retreat.
Yeah,
Now, did you feel that I didn't love you or that I was ignoring you or any of that?
not at all.
No. And I'm blessed with somebody who knows not to text me 150 times over a week and try to, you know what, if it's not an emergency,
Yeah.
and I told you this, I said, I didn't miss you, but I did.
Right.
So I was fully present at this retreat. I didn't think about you.
Mm-hmm.
I did when I first got up, I sent you a good morning text. Maybe not even every day. I'm not even
I
sure.
think you
I think I missed a day.
did. You might have missed a day, but
Might
I
have missed
didn't.
it.
I didn't notice
Yeah,
because I wasn't
because you knew
stressed
what
about
I
it.
was
I wasn't
doing.
worried about it.
And so, you know, and as soon as I was done and I was at the airport, what did I do?
You called me.
Yeah.
I had to think about that. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think I might have texted you first, but yeah, I
You
called
might
you.
have.
I want you to know, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
on my way home, I was back into our life, our
That
world.
goes to the way that you treat me, the way that you interact with me, the standards, the minimum standards.
Yeah.
Like, I know that I'm a valued part of your life. You
Mm-hmm.
treat me very well. And, you know, what we're seeing with Travis and Taylor is
How you're supposed
How
to
it's
treat
supposed
somebody
to
you
be.
care about that you're dating.
don't let that ruin the idea of finding someone like that. You can. You just have to hold your standards up.
Well, and there was a time a comment was made about me raising your standards.
Yes.
And quite honestly, I told you, I said, when I die, I want to make it difficult
Now
for
I'm
you
messing with my
to
hair.
date.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have this bar a hell of a lot higher than it used to be.
And it really, really is.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of friends mention that to me. Oh my God. If anything ever happens to Dennis, you're going to have a hard time finding someone. And I don't think that's so.
I think
Not diminishing this, but I don't think that's true. I think there are more men out there that
Mm-hmm.
hold to those minimum standards. Now, the nice combination that you have, I might have trouble finding the combination.
Right.
But
if only 5%
yeah,
of all men met your standards, that would mean there were over 24,744,317 men out there that you're highly
Yeah.
compatible with. That means 19 out of 20 men tell you to take a hike. Or you're like, no,
Or you
take a
tell
hike.
them.
Yeah, you tell them.
you know,
So it's really one of those things that it isn't so much that they're impossible to find. It's just that you will be quicker in your screening process and your vetting, and you will know, nope,
exactly.
you know, and same thing, you know. There's just, I was talking to a man about this weekend. He's single. I said, don't put your best foot forward when you're on a first date. And I had somebody go, what? I said, be yourself. Be your authentic self. If they don't like who you really are, don't date them.
So for the ladies, that looks like be your authentic self and don't chase. Don't chase down the possibility or the idea of what someone could be.
But don't play games. Yeah.
Allow them
Take them
to,
for where they're at. Don't
Right.
imagine that this is not a home improvement project.
right.
Oh, I can get them to the next level. They need to be the one pushing themselves to the next level. And now that's different than seeing the possibilities when you have a motivated, grounded, confident man
That is very
who's on
different.
mission and purpose. And then you have these conversations, you realize, oh shit, he's not going to be happy doing just X. He's got a plan.
Right.
That's different because
That is different. But you don't
yeah.
know that about a person initially.
Right.
You don't know that. So basically though, I think that too many women do the chasing or falling in love with the idea
yeah.
of someone or I've talked to several people in the last couple of weeks that it's all about what could be and should I chase this down. One person asked
What
me.
is?
One person asked me, I said, what is it you're looking for? What is it that you're looking for from me in this conversation? And I was told, I want you to give me permission to chase this. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that because that's not at all going to suit you.
No. And
so,
yeah,
so keep those standards up. Don't let, in fact, if you're going to say anything about Travis and Taylor, look at it as, all right, that's my goal. It's not, it ruins dating for me. That's your goal.
Yeah. And if any man's watching this, you better be dating your wife if you're married. That's all I'm going to tell you. Dating doesn't stop when you say I do.
Absolutely.
And you can call me out. Have I stopped dating you in 3.5 years?
No.
No. Do you think it's going to change when we get married?
No.
Nope.
I wanted to make a smart ass comment, but it just wasn't the right time. No, it's not. I know that about you.
The brat tamer extraordinaire.
Hey now. Behave yourself, brat. Anyway.
See, and don't be afraid when they talk to themselves.
Oh, ouch. Okay, we're gonna have a chat after this.
Oh yeah, this is your video. I'm supposed to behave. We already knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I did behave a little bit.
Maybe a little. A little. I'm not giving you a lot of credit for that.
I didn't say a lot. I went for a low.
Oh my God, we've got to stop flirting. We can do that off camera.
Yeah. All you have to do is hit the stop button. And...
No, this is true. And we are just about done anyway. I just wanted to kind of talk about the Travis and Taylor situation for a minute or 17 minutes. Because I think that it's actually a good example.
I agree. And again, once you've dated that kind of man, it's not that they're hard to find. It's just that you understand what is no longer, the unacceptable is no longer acceptable to you. Yeah. And that's the thing. Are there plenty of men who would meet the yes. You just have to realize that they are not the majority. So you've got to do a little bit of, weeding out and screening and what have you. And it all works out.
Yep. I love you.
Love you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.